struggling, living check to check, you're wondering if you're ever going to stop making bad decisions with your finances, today I'm sharing with you how you can fix your finances forever. I'm Dakota Grady, DG the Money Coach, and I'm all about helping you to master your finances. Let's dive into the conversation. So every year you promise yourself that you'll do better with financially. New year, new you. How about a new year, old habits? Every year you say you're going to do a budget. Every year you say you're going to stop borrowing money. And you don't. You don't do those things. Today I'm here to share what you can do to fix your money problems forever. So the first thing you need to do is to do a money plan, a written budget. I know you hate the word, but I call it money plan. Why? Because you need a plan for your money. When you go to school, you plan. You get married, you plan. Go out of town, you plan. Vacation, you plan. You do all these things. You plan, but you don't have a plan for your money. If you don't have a plan for your money, you'll be struggling financially. I got a book called Broke. And one reason why I feel like people struggle is because they don't manage their finances well. It's that simple. You go to school for all these years. When I got out of high school, I can't write a check. I'll tell you why. Because I didn't learn about finances in school. I learned how to work. I learned how to learn, but I didn't learn how to manage my finances. Even when I went to college, at my first degree, didn't learn. Second degree, didn't learn. Third degree, did not learn how to handle finances at all. So it doesn't surprise me that most Americans can't handle finances because we aren't taught how to handle money in school. Some people or some states now are requiring students to learn about personal finances, but what if you're older? What if you went to school back in the 80s and 90s? You didn't learn about finances, and your mom didn't teach you, your dad didn't teach you, the school didn't teach you, so now it's on you to learn how to handle your finances. Otherwise, you'll be broke, struggling, and busted and disgusted. I recommend learning how to do a money plan, which is simply a budget. If you can do simple math, you can do a money plan. One guy told me he didn't need a money plan because he didn't have any debt. You will never outgrow the need to manage your finances. I'll say it again. You will always need a budget for your finances because if you have money coming in, whether you have a business or you're an employee, you need to manage your finances. Whether you're working at McDonald's or you get your own business or whatever the case may be, you need to manage your finances every single month. One guy said that he did an annual budget. You need a monthly budget. Here's why. Because January is different from June. Because in January, people are starting new things, like going to work out, starting new resolutions, new habits with their finances. In June, they're not budgeting at all. They're going on vacation, they're splurging, they're spending money, they're not counting for their costs. So they need to do a budget, but they need to do a budget every month because every month is different when it comes to your lifestyle. It doesn't matter who you are, do a money plan. I believe this is why some people struggle because they don't manage their finances. They make excuses and say they didn't learn in college. They may be adults now, but the whole point is the responsibility is yours. So make sure you do a money plan every single month without fail. I've been doing one since 2008, so it's important to manage your finances, especially in your marriage, because money is one thing that people argue about in marriages. So make sure you do a money plan every single month. If you want to manage your finances well, the second thing I believe doing, have goals. Why goals? Well, if you're saving or you're just saving money with no purpose, or you're running a race with no purpose, you were swimming just to be swimming with no goal in no end goal. What's the point of doing it? What's the point of saving? Point of investing? What's the point of losing weight if you don't have a goal, an end result? It's like pointless. If you have a goal with your finances, whether it be to make $1 million or $100,000 or whatever the case may be, $30,000, $40,000 a year, or maybe you want to invest. Start investing $200 a month, $1,000 a month, or you want to pay off debt. You have a goal, an end goal that's going to pull you forward opposed to keeping you stuck like Chuck. I want to encourage you to set some financial goals this year. 3 years, I would say as soon as possible, get your goals done. 30, 60, 90, 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. No goals beyond that, because if you have goals beyond that time frame, you're not going to get them done. you're not going to get them done because it's not going to force you to think about how are you going to get that goal within that short period of time. How am I going to execute? How am I going to put in the work to make it happen? A 10-year goal won't happen because you're not focused, you're not driven, you're not determined to make things happen. You're just lollygagging, procrastinating, and not getting things done. So set some goals when it comes to your finances and make it happen. The last way that I want to help someone to finally fix their finances is to be accountable to someone. Some of my favorite players in sports, I love sports, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Michael Phelps, those three individuals are champions. They may have been good in school, but I'm sure when they got a coach to help them up their game from being good to great, they attributed that success to their coaches. You may have a skill set that's good. You may be a good writer, a good author, a good speaker, but how do you become great? You look at the great people around you who are doing what you're doing, take notes on what they're doing to get successful, and maybe you'll be successful too. Or maybe you hire that person as your coach to help you to overcome the challenges and roadblocks because they can see things that you can't see because you're in the thick of things. You are on the front lines, making the calls, doing the speeches, writing the books, but you may be doing things the wrong way, out of order. May not have a plan, but getting a coach in your corner to hold you accountable can help you increase in any area. And today, we're specifically talking about finances. Get a money coach to help you to budget your money, point number one. Point two, set some goals. And point three, hold you accountable to making it happen in a short period of time. You can do this, but you need a guide. You're the hero of your story. You can make a decision to change your life and your finances. But with a guide who's been there, done that, he or she can help you take your life to the next level when it comes to your finances. Sometimes people may think they're doing well until they have someone beside them guiding them to point out the potholes that they may be in. They may be stuck in a hole right now, not even know it. But with a guide can give you tools that you don't have currently to move forward with your finances. Think about Batman, Superman. Think about these people who have guides with them. Think about Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Yoda was a guide. He was a great guide to help Luke Skywalker. Get a guide that's going to help you to move forward in your finances, stay accountable, set some goals, do your money plan, and this time next year, I guarantee you, your life will be better, even better financially in any area of your life. So if you want to continue to receive value from these videos, watch the next video, and I'll see you there.